In late August 1969, the first Long John Silver restaurant opens in Lexington, Kentucky. It takes over a building that had previously hosted a Cape Codder restaurant. The Cape Codder building was repurposed to become the first Long John Silver's restaurant. An architect looked at it and kind of redesigned the actual concrete structure, and that became the basis for all of the Long John Silver early restaurants. Today, this building on Southland Drive in Lexington is a salon. The restaurant has always had a nautical pirate theme, but in the early days, the decor in the restaurant would also reflect that heavily. They had ship's wheels on the wall and other parts of ships throughout the restaurant. They would have nautical flags on the seats, and the doors had a sword that you would push to open. I can't find any pictures of these doors online, so I did a mock-up. You could see the sword there on the door, and it was like a handle you would push. I'm going to show you a commercial that actually shows that door, so when the pirates come in, take a good look. This was the early employee uniform. You dressed like a pirate. You looked like you were going to swab the deck. Also, note the bag and cup with the treasure map right on them. One of the things that Long John Silver did was give tokens to kids when they came in. Now you could take your coin home or put it into the treasure chest machine, give a couple turns of that knob, and take your little toy home. They also had a captain's bell that you could ring if the service was good. Now some of the restaurants still have this bell right by the door.
There's a new chiller at Long John Silver's. Sounds good to me.
Here's an early ad. Let Long John Silver make dinner tonight. You have to understand, in 1969, fish and chips was a very new thing in the States, and they would advertise it as being a healthier alternative to hamburgers. This is a temporary tattoo you could get in that treasure chest machine. And there's something so weird about it. Him and the one guy are saying, "We're a motley crew," but then the other guy's just thinking, "Me too." It's almost like this other guy's just a guy following them down the street. Similar to how you could get a crown at Burger King, Long John has a pirate hat for kids. They've had multiple colors and designs over the years. I sailed with Long John Silver's crew. The pirates were all slightly scruffy, but also full of smiles. If you didn't want to wear the hat, you could wear the mask, which I'm sure would haunt your parents' dreams. Here's a hat that would designate you as first mate. This is Captain Flint's comic and fun book. Inside, this bird is teaching us why bats can see in the dark. To demonstrate, the parrot blindfolds himself and crashes into a tree. Here's a set of those collector coins that you would put into the treasure chest. They have different pirates on them like Calico Jack, Anne Bonny, Ben Gunn, Jim Hawkins. They did a tie-in in Pittsburgh with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Makes sense cosmically to put the two together. Also, the Pirates were good at this point in time. 1979 was the last time they won the World Series. They were a pretty formidable team. It wasn't always smooth sailing for Long John and his crew. In 1998, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, and A&W Root Beer bailed them out. And then they formed the Yorkshire Global Restaurant Group. In the year 2000, the Yorkshire Global Restaurant Group started toying with the idea of putting two restaurants together. And the result ended up being a lot of multi-branded locations, particularly Long John Silver's and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Here's a throwback for you. Copyright 1980. This is a matchbook that you would get at the restaurant so you could light up your cigarette. They used to have ashtrays on every table in every fast food restaurant back then.
If I sit down and somebody smokes, I got emphysema. But if they smoked and it bothered me, I just get up and move to another section.
Here are three members of the crew. These would be kind of like busts that would hang on the wall in the restaurant. You've got Ben Gunn. You've also got Bart Bluebeard and Big George.
Long John's Fish and More dinner gives you a whole lot to smile about.
A couple years ago, when secret menus were all the rage on the internet, Mad Magazine listed some unpublished secret menus. This is the one from Long John Silver. You know what a secret menu item is, right? They say if you go to McDonald's and say, "I want the land, sea, and air burger," they will take a burger and stick a fillet of fish on top of that, and then on top of that, stick a McChicken. I don't know if it really works, but these are what Mad Magazine envisioned. We got the Trawler's Haul, which is a whitefish fillet, 8 shrimp, served inside of an employee's hairnet. Low tide at Innsmouth. This was just a combination of everything that was left at the very bottom of the fryer. And then tropical windstorm on the farm, which is just taking a plastic grocery bag, filling it with food, and then heating it under the hand dryer in the ladies' room.
Long John Silver, it's a man up you. Fish strip. Fish strip! Hash babe! Chicken plank!
Just push the button, you don't have to yell.
I am pushing the button.
Long John Silver's has been referenced in a lot of movies and TV shows. Of course, Fast Times at Ridgemont High and The Simpsons.
I hope you know you're sponsoring a celebration for a murderous pirate.
A pirate? Well, that's hardly the image we want for Long John Silver's.
They did some wild commercials for a while with this fish mascot.
Hey, it's a great day for popcorn, fish, or chicken. It's big fish.
They had another fish mascot who looked more like Pac-Man.
It's Freebie the fish. Follow me to Long John Silver's.
Go over there, get yourself some hush puppies, some Long John Silver's. I took a test recently that I found on a placemat in Roy Rogers, and I did pretty good. I knew Roy Rogers inside and out. Now I know Long John Silver. But if you don't know Roy Rogers, I'm going to put that video right up here. It's great. There's some wonderful details about this chain, about how Van Halen covered Roy Rogers' theme song. Great stuff. And that's going to be right here. Otherwise, YouTube will put up a box on this side with a video that they say is best for you. Choose either one, and I'll see you back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock.